The BMW X3 is one of those cars that sneaks up on you. It's not the loudest, flashiest, or most radical electric SUV on the market, and that's exactly what makes it brilliant. While other brands chase attention with futuristic designs and gimmicks, BMW has done something refreshingly different. The X3 takes everything people already love about the X3, comfort, quality, and premium feel, and simply electrifies it. No overcomplication, no confusion, just pure BMW refinement, powered by electricity. Let's start with what the X3 actually is. It's BMW's fully electric version of the popular X3, built on the same platform rather than a bespoke EV chassis. And while some might see that as a compromise, in practice, it's a masterstroke. Because it means the X3 feels familiar, well-built, and instantly confidence-inspiring, not like a concept car that accidentally made it into production. From the outside, it looks unmistakably BMW. You get the classic kidney grille, now closed off for aerodynamics, flanked by slim adaptive LED headlights and a beautifully balanced SUV shape. There are subtle blue accents around the badges, grille, and diffuser to remind you it's electric, but BMW's kept things tastefully understated. It doesn't shout, EV. It whispers, intelligent choice. And that's really the theme of the X3. It's for people who want to move into the electric world without losing the premium SUV experience they're used to. No wild designs, no experimental tech overload, just a BMW through and through, with zero emissions. Under the skin, you'll find BMW's 5th-generation eDrive system, and this is where things get interesting. The X3 packs a single electric motor on the rear axle, producing 286 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque. That's enough to send it from 0 to 62 miles per hour in about 6.8 seconds. Quick enough for any real-world driving, but smooth and effortless rather than aggressive. The power delivery is instant, linear, and perfectly controlled, typical BMW precision, just without the petrol. The battery is a 74 kWh usable pack, which gives a real-world range of around 270 to 290 miles, not record-breaking, but entirely respectable. More importantly, BM's efficiency here is superb. The X3 often outperforms its rivals in how far it goes per kilowatt-hour, thanks to clever software and top-notch energy management. And with 150 kilowatts DC fast charging, you can top up from 10% to 80% in roughly 30 minutes. Perfect for motorway service stops. But the X3 isn't just about numbers, it's about feel. And this is where BMW flexes its experience. The chassis balance is spot on. With the electric motor mounted low and at the back, weight distribution is nearly perfect. That gives it a calm, composed, rear-driven feel that most electric SUVs simply can't match. It corners neatly, it's stable at speed, and it glides over rough roads with that signature BMW polish. It's not sporty in the way an M car is, but it's incredibly satisfying to drive, smooth, secure, and effortless. Inside, it's everything you'd expect from BMW, only cleaner and quieter. You're greeted by premium materials, beautifully solid build quality, and that familiar driver-focused cockpit. The layout is classic BMW, digital displays where you need them, tactile buttons where they make sense. You get the latest iDrive system with a responsive touchscreen and rotary controller, crisp graphics, and wireless smartphone integration. And because there's no engine noise, the cabin feels like a calm, insulated bubble. BMW even offers a specially composed, iconic Sounds Electric soundtrack by Hans Zimmer. Yes, the Oscar-winning film composer, to add some emotional feedback while driving. It's subtle, futuristic, and genuinely cool. Space-wise, it's identical to the standard X3. The boot still gives you over 500 liters, and there's loads of legroom and headroom for passengers. That's the beauty of BMW's approach. You're not sacrificing practicality for the sake of going electric. Now, let's talk about where it stands in the market. The BMW X3 sits in a very competitive segment, right up against the Mercedes EQC, Audi Q8 e-tron, Tesla Model Y, and Polestar 3. But while those cars push for flashier designs or tech-heavy experiences, the X3 plays the long game. It focuses on refinement, efficiency, and reliability. And with prices starting around £65,000, it's positioned as a premium, not a luxury extreme EV, offering quality without unnecessary excess. Where the X3 really shines is its day-to-day usability. It doesn't overwhelm you with futuristic menus or experimental controls. You just get in, drive, and enjoy the silence. It's an electric car that feels completely normal, and that's a compliment. For drivers who still want that BMW feel but want to future-proof their commute, the X3 makes total sense. Of course, it's not without flaws. It's rear-wheel drive only, so if you need all-wheel traction for harsh winters or off-road use, it's not ideal. The interior, while beautifully made, isn't as visually daring as some newer EV rivals. And the range, while strong, won't impress Tesla loyalists. But for most UK drivers, it strikes a near-perfect balance of performance, comfort, and real-world practicality. What's clever about the X3 is how it bridges the gap between the old world and the new. It's a car for people who aren't ready to leap into the fully futuristic vibe of something like the BMW iX, but still want to drive electric with confidence and style. It's familiar, yet forward-looking, a car that eases you into the EV era rather than dragging you there. And that's why the BMW X3 feels like such a smart, mature choice. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. It perfects what already works, electrifies it, and delivers an experience that feels premium, responsible, and reassuringly BMW. So, if you're thinking about going electric but don't want to give up the driving pleasure, build quality, and understated elegance that BMW does best, the X3 is your answer. It's not here to scream innovation. It's here to prove that electric can feel normal, refined, and genuinely enjoyable. In a world full of showy EVs fighting for attention, the BMW X3 doesn't need to shout. It just gets everything right, quietly, confidently, and with that unmistakable BMW touch. Because sometimes, the smartest move isn't the boldest one. It's the one that simply makes the most sense. And the BMW X3. That's exactly what it is, the sensible driver's premium EV.